Also, because he was also he still is a gigantic Pokemon nerd.
I went to see that film with a friend of mine.
And Entei's going away in this random I probably 5-year-old kid in the audience just screams, "No, Entei, don't go!"
Oh, that's adorable. Oh.
And then that kid got up, leapt into the screen, and then everyone had to leave the theater.
I hope not, because Mr. Krabs taught me that behind those screens are solid concrete.
Oh, jeez. Oh. I've worked at 2 different cinemas, I should know that, but there you go.
No, it was a SpongeBob joke.
Ah, righty.
I think the best thing about this is that my Pokemon story had concerned the first Pokemon movie, and I was 7 when it came out. And the only thing I remember is that I was...
Did you cry when Ash got murked?
No, actually, I went there because my brother liked Pokemon, and he was 15. I didn't know what Pokemon was.
Oh, wow.
Did your brother cry?
No.
Nobody cried. Nobody cried at the thing.
No, it was the old folks in the audience that were crying.
Wait, really? Oh, that's also...
Yes, the kids were just kind of staring at it.
That's also adorable.
I remember looking at that and thinking that's it? Why is he stoned now?
I mean, that's probably a fate worse than death, I don't know. Depends how sentient or how conscious he is. Spoilers for the Pokemon films, by the way.
Are you sure you wouldn't want to spend eternity being a roosting place for pigeons?
I would definitely rather be dead than that.
Oh wait, Pokemon World doesn't have pigeons.
And not just pigeons, but Pidgeys.
Oh god. Just Pidgeots, just a giant magic bird shitting all over. That'd be the worst. Anyways,
one helicopter ride later.
we did advance the plot a little bit there by engaging with the nefarious Team Aqua.
Oh, we finally got Mom's phone number after all this time.
And yeah, I actually went home to chat to my mum, which is something I'm really bad at doing, both in-game and IRL. And yeah, for doing so, I ended up getting the amulet coin, which doubles my money, which I kind of need in this ROM hack to buy healing items. Lots and lots of healing items.
I want this in real life. Give me this in real life, please.
Mum, can I double all of my money? Thanks.
Now I have $2.
You just show it to your boss and he's like, oh yeah, by the way, here's your bonus. And then you walk out all happy and then the next guy comes up and says, sorry, no bonus for you today. I gave it all to that other guy. And then you start feeling really bad.
Except you don't. Except that's kind of awesome. Screw you, second guy. Alrighty, so I'm kind of just...
I know you were trying to pay for little Timmy's leg operation, but it's just not happening this year.
So obviously in this ep I'm just kind of cleaning up a few things that I missed before. If you take the old rod to Petalburg City in this ROM hack, you can catch a certain mon, and it looks a little something like this.
Is it a radioactive Gyarados?
Good old Slowpoke. I'm going to be catching 2 of these.
Oh, it's just Slowpoke.
That comes in, that'll come in a later LP.
That's not Magikarp. I don't care about any water Pokemon that's not Magikarp, I'm sorry.
Well, that's fair. That's reasonable. Magikarp is pretty great. Anyways, 2 Slowpokes for Slowpoke's branched evolutions. There we go.
Oh right, I keep forgetting he has one of those.
Mm-hmm. When I was, well, it's not really a spoiler because we're going to get them soon anyway, but when I was younger, I kept wrongfully believing that Slowbro evolved into Slowking, which is totally not the case because Slowbro's defensive and Slowking is offensive. They are straight up split from one another. And they function completely differently. Slowking is a lot cooler though, I've got to say.
Slowbro is just kind of really calm.
Look, DJB, strange shellfish distributing other shellfish is no basis for a system of government.
Exactly, that's what I've been saying this whole time.
Berries, however, are.
That is no king.
Well, of course, yeah, definitely.
Hashtag not my king.
Alrighty, well,
So what do you feel about the Nidoran evolution line?
Hashtag.
I haven't caught them yet in this LP, which I've just realised, but I think it's completely daft that Nidoqueen can't breed, which, even though it's meant to be like a motherly Pokemon, that's just a weird oversight.
Oh, yeah, it's the second best water Pokemon.
Yep, Feebas.
It's the ugliest piece of garbage in the world.
That's why I love it so much. I identify with it.
Now to tell it that it's pretty while we try and hold back our vomit.
Feebas is basically Gen 3's answer to Magikarp, and I kinda love it for that. It is utter trash, but it evolves into a goddamn god. That was a really poorly structured sentence. It evolves into a bloody god. There we go.
No, a goddamn god is pretty good. A god that curses itself is great.
Self-cursing.
I think you mean an Arceus damned god. Thank you.
Well, anyways, I just want to get my emphasis up in there. So here we have a hideout that is full of teleport pads. It would be akin to the Sylph Company from the original Pokemon games, except it's not.
Oh fuck!
It's not nearly as hard to navigate. Like these pads, for example, if you, well, I screwed it up there, but if you always go to the leftmost pad, so go as left as you can from where you've teleported, it takes you straight to where you want to be.
To the left, to the left.
There we go. And then...
Oh, look at all these... Oh, no.
Oh, you're in the break room.
Disaster.
3 electrodes and a Master Ball. Hooray for the Master Ball.
Really? They put the Master Ball in here?
Yeah, it's just... It's a room that you can end up not realising it's there and missing it, which is where the challenge comes from, I guess, because obviously you can't miss the Master Ball in other Pokemon games, but... Yeah, it's just in a weirdly innocuous place.
You know, I never understood why there were teleporters in the Aqua Base. I was always expecting there was going to be, like, dive spots, like there'd be diving puzzles and surf stuff instead of just teleporters, because, I mean, like, at least Team Magma had, like, fire and shit. This is just here, you're walking into, like, a shipyard, I guess.
I guess that's the theme of it. I mean, if you talk to members of Team Aqua, especially after battling them, a lot of them do comment on the fact that they have no ideas how the teleport pads work or have no idea where they're going and they're constantly getting lost. So yeah, it's just a bad idea through and through.
There's like 3 teleport pads! What is wrong with these people?
Again, it's Team Aqua. Both Team Aqua and Team Magma are bona fide Dumbos, I think is fairly safe to say.
I lost in a cool way. That's the spirit.
You keep telling yourself that. One day.
Yeah, hacking out your lungs is usually a cool way to die.
Guess so.
So, back to the Sylphco thing, I think I still have the original Red and Blue strategy guide that Nintendo put out. Not like a Brady Games Club, but it was like the actual official Nintendo guide.
Oh yeah?
So was that the one that said that using a Master Ball on a Fearow was a great idea?
I don't remember. I'd have to look it up. But it had like a lot of cool stickers. It had like a sticker guide you could put on your guide so you could track what Pokemon you've caught.
That's pretty sweet.
I like how one of them is boasting about their evil plan and the other just goes, "This is my life story."
And it also had a really life-saving map of Sylphco. But the fact that it had a map of Sylphco where all the teleports went was so nice.
Oh, hex yeah.
Because that place was goddamn huge.
That it was. By the way, speaking of tedium, this particular battle was a nightmare because all those Pokemon were really specially defensive, and it took me about a bazillion attacks to take them down. And a lot of healing items.
Well, it's good that the Slacking didn't have his secondary ability of Vigorous.
Oh god, that would have been the worst. Wait, is that...
Just get a pseudo-legendary.
I was going to say, is that a thing Slacking can have? I don't think it is. I think it would be too broken.
No, you can get it on there.
Wow.
90% of the time you can't. Every single one you can. How it's supposed to work is you level it up to Vigoroth, it gets it, and then it loses it. But if you already have it set on the first level evolution, you get to keep it the whole way.
Okay, I'll have to look into that, because that's hardcore as hell if that's true. Anyways, here is, Matt, the admin of Team Aqua. Matt was a goddamn nightmare to fight. He's got some ridiculously tough Pokemon. As you can see, compared to him, I'm horrendously underleveled.
And still winning.
You don't want to fathom how many healing items I had to use to win this fight. It was tragic, basically.
Look at me, just washing away the competition.
Heck yeah. Absolutely crushed it. I'll tell you what, obviously I'm not going to go too much into EVs, IVs and all that, but I did recently sit down. I organised all the Pokemon that I've caught in this whole LP by the ones that actually have a good nature and the ones that are, competitively viable. One of the few that I just encountered along the journey is actually yourself there, so...
Yeah.
Good on you, Scurvy. You're actually a pretty decent Swampert.
Yay!
Like, good nature and everything. Anyways, Dodrio. Terrifying Pokemon.
Dodrio's fast as fuck, boy.
Oh, heck yeah. But I feel it's an existential nightmare the more you think about it. Like, it's 3 sentient beings with 3 brains, but they're merged together, but they don't get along. Sucks to be Dodrio, is what I'm saying.
That just seems to be living with roommates. Except instead of roommates, it's body mates. That's
fair. I can't imagine it being that different.
Like, just imagine they walk into a bar and it's just like, I want a Corona. No, those are terrible. We're gonna get a Sapporo. No, we're going to get Asahi. And then they just argue for 3 hours amongst themselves.
And then, because they share a body, they all get drunk from whatever piss water they end up with, so it all goes to hell. Anyways.
Now I'm just imagining, like, how exactly as a bouncer do you mediate between a man and himself?
That's, again, existential nightmare. I don't know what to make of that question. So, thankfully, all those Whalmer that Team Aqua were corralling to block the area off have all moved now, so... We can go ahead and we can go onto the water routes. And, I'm just going to get the obvious joke out of the way. This game is clearly a 7.8 out of 10 because of the, too much water. Hashtag IGN.
Just I might be crazy, but don't the Whalmer have, like, a body mass versus size ratio that makes them, like, lighter than air or something?
Yeah, they're basically balloons. Whale balloons.
Like, it's something like one of them's like 80 feet long and it weighs like 20 pounds. Or something.
I think Wailord even more so because it's basically a blimp.
Except it's somehow a water type.
Yeah. I actually do want to quickly address that review, by the way, that criticizes these games for having too much water in them. I want to throw out one thing that completely demolishes that point, and to everybody in the world who's ever complained about Zubats in caves in Pokemon games. There's an item in-game called Repel, which gets rid of wild encounters. When you go to, like, dungeons or water routes, you're supposed to use repels to stop the game becoming tedious. You don't just endure it and then complain about it, unless you're obviously doing a completionist LP like I am.
Or if you're doing a low-level run.
What if you're actually 8 years old on the inside and you don't know that that's what repels do?
But the game tells you what they do, and you run into loads of them as you play, so...
Do you seriously think, children will read?
I figured it out as a kid. I don't know, is that just me, or what? I don't know.
You had a guide.
Maybe that's why I have so much tolerance for Pokemon compared to a lot of other people, and why I can... stay.
Wait a minute. I have to undercut all of this. You didn't give Noctowl wing attack? What the fuck?
I'm not gonna use Noctowl anyway. I was just mashing the button to speed things up. If I want to give Noctowl wing attack, I can...
If you're gonna release it into the wild, at least give him a fighting chance.
Excuse me, I'll teach it how to fly. That would just be better all in all. That's better than wing attack in and of itself. Anyways, caught a Lapras there, which was just kind of put there by the ROM hacker, so thank you, ROM hacker. Beat that guy, because I was a bit of a dingbat and just, surfed straight into him. Didn't mean to do that.
I'll serve as your pilot for your ominous black shape.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's nice. Just a Random island.
Yep, it's just there for kicks.
Nothing on it.
This island's kind of cool though. If you collect a lot of shards, like coloured shards, you can swap them in for elemental stones, which would be really helpful if not for the fact that this ROM hack lets you just buy those anyway.
We're gonna go see Hunter. Are we gonna go see Hunter and learn how to glide?
Yeah, sure, why not?
That's a joke.
It's a Spyro joke. I had to stop and think about it. I get it now.
Yeah.
God, I need to play Spyro sometime.
So, okay, seriously, GGB, why do you keep getting owned so hard?
I'm slow. I haven't got an answer other than that. I just walk into jokes a lot. Anyway, over here we have 2 more overworld Pokemon. The ROM hack is being really generous right now. We have Kabuto and we have Ommanites.
There's just naturally an extinct Pokemon just rolling around.
Yep, why not?
Kabuto is my preferred of the 2. Like, I'm just being like aesthetic-wise. I think Kabuto looks better.
Yeah, I think in terms of the evolved forms, Kabutops looks a lot more cool than Omastar does. Omastar just looks like a slightly pimped out Omanyte, but nothing special.
I don't know, I kind of like the one that has a garbage disposal mouth.
That is kind of cool. I do like the garbage disposal mouth, there is that.
Like, just imagine, like, you just, like, somebody breaks into your house and you sick the Omastar on him, and he just jumps on the head and spins a bit.
Oh, Jesus, that would be gruesome.
You had a nose? Now you don't!
Here's goddamn Jirachi!
What?
Yep, just a Jirachi is here.
Well, it makes sense.
Oh.
Yeah, it's next to the Wishing Rock, and it's a Wish Pokemon, so Jirachi. Now, fun thing about Jirachi is, here in the UK, the only way we could get Jirachi legitimately was by getting a copy of Pokemon Channel. And playing, if you can call it playing, Pokemon Channel. Which was hell. It was absolute hell, so there you go.
I forget what was involved in Pokemon Channel. Was that just literally watching, or...?
You watch TV with Pikachu.
That sounds really cool.
It's cute as hell. I'll give it that.
It's cute, but it gets old fast, and it's not worth the price tag. Not remotely.
I was expecting that you did more things with Pikachu than just watch TV.
You go outside and you kind of pet him and play with him and meet other Pokemon, so you get more channels for your TV. And then you can decorate the room in which you watch TV with Pikachu also.
Ah.
Alright, now let me just replace this antenna on my TV with a Gyarados, and the extra length should allow me to pick up more channels.
Nice.
Yeah, Pokemon... I'm probably going to review Pokemon Channel, to be honest. After this video, I might just do a review of Pokemon Channel.
You know what I wish for from Jirachi? Wish for this video to be over.
Well, it's funny you should say that, because wish granted!
I wish for global warming.